Hey guys, what's up? Today we're here because I'm going to try and clean the throttle body of this Mercedes. It hasn't been cleaned in a while, it's idling a little bit rough, so I'm hoping that's going to solve the issue. We will use a EGR cleaner, which on the label says can be used for throttle body and other stuff. Normally you can get a throttle body cleaner as well, which comes with a pre-lubrication. This one doesn't have the lubricant, but it evaporates and doesn't actually leave any residue in the body itself, so that's great. And we'll be using these tools right over here, so you see it's not a very complicated job. What we'll need to do is remove the air intake assembly here, the mass airflow sensor connectors, unscrew that and clean it. So let's get cracking. So this was actually a lot less complicated than I thought. We actually really didn't need any tools at all. All I used was this screwdriver right here. So that's for a Mercedes Benz SLK 200 R170 from '99. On your car you might have to remove other parts, but here it was really just that. So all we did was disconnect the top of the airflow box, which then loosens the assembly here. I disattached the mass airflow sensor cable, and then that releases the throttle body cover. There's some screws here, clamp rings, you want to loosen these before you get in. And you can see here we've got quite a bit of carbon. So as you can tell, this hasn't been done in a while. There's black residues there on the sides. So I've got my cleaner primed. Let's just give that a nice little soak there. And you can see there's some gunk coming off. Paper towel, just to get some of the initial gunk out, just like that. And you can see this is pretty dirty, so now I got some of the gunk out there. I need to get a bit behind these valves. You can see there's even more gunk in here, so I need to push it down. So I'll need two hands for this, and then I'll clean around the edges there. Once that's cleaned, I'll give it another spray just to get all the rest out, and then I'll wipe it off with my microfiber towel, and then we'll start reassembling this whole connection, give the car a start, and see how she goes. And here we go. I've given that a few wipe downs and then resprays and then wipe it down again, but hey, look at all this gunk that's coming out even after I use the paper towels. This is just full of carbon, so this should really help it out. So what I'm going to do, this is the last time I'm kind of wiping it out. Should be nice and clean now, as you can see. We're going to let this dry and then reattach the air assembly. Alright, there we go. I've clicked back the connector for the mass airflow sensor. I've closed down the box. These are all just clips like that, so there's really nothing special to do here. I'm going to leave that open for a few minutes just to let that dry out. Now this EGR cleaner is a evaporating liquid that doesn't leave residue, so that should help us with getting this dried out. Now we're not going to actually clean the EGR system today. We'll use that for another time, probably a good opportunity for one more video, and I'll use the same spray to clean out the actual EGR valve. Now give that a few minutes. I'll close her up. Again, just screw on these clamps and we'll start her up. She might idle a little bit rough. I'll just burn whatever's left in there, I hope not much, and then it should settle in and be nice and smooth. One thing in addition, guys, don't try and get creative and use WD-40 in there. Don't use contact spray. Use either an EGR cleaner that self-evaporates, right? Check the can if you can actually use it for your throttle body, or get a specialized throttle body cleaner, which you can get from most car suppliers. My car supplier only had the one. It's a multi-purpose. As I said before, the throttle body spray itself has a bit of lubricant in there, which helps the valve turn. Now, don't do crazy stuff. Don't put random things in there. Stick to the actual liquids. Alrighty, so this is dried out. I've reattached the clamps. These are sitting on there nice and tight. Just make sure that the entire assembly is sitting back in its place. What have we here? A bit of the cable is loose. Let's just put that back where it should be. There you go. Nice and snug. Everything is where it should be. Mass airflow is connected. Everything is sealed up properly. Box is closed. Alright, let's fire her up. Alright, so here it is, the moment of truth. Still got the hood open. Let's see. Let's get this in neutral. Handbrake on, secure the car. Got the key in the ignition. Let's see what happens. She was a little bit rough there at the beginning, which I think there's a bit of the liquid still in there, so let's let it run. Now you can hear the car idling a bit rough and searching, and the computer's trying to figure out what to do. This is normal as we've cleaned the system a bit. So I'll just rev her a little bit, let it run for a few minutes, the computer can relearn what's happening here, and this should have done the trick. And there she is. We're idling nicely at about 800 RPM, which should be the prescribed idle speed for this engine. She's not searching anymore, she's not over or under revving. I can hear the fuel pump going in the background smoothly, so that's great. So big thumbs up here. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share the content, crack a beer open, send me a picture, I don't know, do whatever you really like. But this was how to show you to clean your throttle body. And of course, this was for a Mercedes SLK 200. You might have a different car, but it's going to be very, very similar to this. All right, guys, good luck.